Hey, welcome back. Hey guys, so welcome to another episode of Girl, Let's Talk About It with Keela and B. So this week, we're talking about seasons, and I'm not talking weather. We're talking seasons of life, right? All the different stages, all the different phases, all of it. So, Keela, do you want to give them a little background on how you came up with this topic for this week?
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So I heard something on TikTok, like always. Like I know I be on TikTok, but and I heard she was saying, I think it was what's her name?
Coco Jones.
Yes, it was her. And basically she was saying, stay in your season, like live your life to the fullest in your season. Um, so yeah, that's where I got the topic from, and I feel like I could relate with that because I be trying to jump in other seasons,
Fast
and,
forward real quick, right?
right, instead of sitting in the season I'm in now. So I related with that so much because I be trying to jump all over the place. I feel like it's okay to go into the next season a little bit, but your main focus needs to be in the season that you're in now. What you think about that?
I wholeheartedly agree. I think we were just talking like a week or two ago about, you know, how we always praying, right? We're always praying for things and we're praying for what's to come and we're praying for what we need or want next, that we don't take the time to be grateful for the moment that we're in or live in the moment that we're in. And I think that kind of ties into this season's episode, right? Where it's just taking a moment and being grateful for where you are and taking a moment just to actually enjoy where you've come, right? Because a lot of times we get so caught up in aspiring, right? Aspiring to be more and better and grow and all these things that when we get, we're taking these steps along the way, not real. Of course, I got hiccups now. Not realizing, that we've taken leaps and bounds from where we started, but just because we're not where we want to be yet, we forget to take a moment and like be appreciative of where we are. And I think that's where I'm at right now. I think that's the season I'm in. I felt like at first I kept telling myself, I'm in the season of me, I'm in the season of self. But I think the reality is that I'm actually like in a moment of just being grateful for where I'm at. Like there was a time that I prayed for all the things that I have, and I don't want to get so caught up in praying for what's to come that I overlook where I'm at and overlook where I have come.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hold on one second. I'm gonna go dark for a moment, only because I ain't got my iPad with me today, but I wanna share this real quick. So give me 1 second.
Go for it.
No, yeah, because I feel like normally I can multitask.
Girl, you okay? You okay? But just going off of what you said, um, basically, I feel like
I,
me and Trell was talking today, and I had was like, we was talking about like where we at, and because everything that's going on for some reason, the end of like the year and like the beginning of the year, those be the hardest. For some reason, it'd be the hardest. So we was sitting there thinking how we want this year to go, and then we actually really had to sit back and think about it. Like you remember I told you we had to get a new roof, and like we have to do so much stuff. So it's just like we were sitting there like, but we're here.
yes, we're
We're here.
homeowners. We own this house. Having a conversation. Yeah, we gotta change this roof, but it's our
Frustrated.
house.
Over here frustrated and thinking about all these different things, and then we have to sit back and think about like, okay, but we made it. We made it to where we wanted to be, and now we're just looking at another goal. But we have to celebrate the goal that we
Mhm.
made it. Like we made it.
I think another thing too that we all kind of forget is there are 4 seasons in a year. There are 4 seasons in a year. And like every year we be like, okay, this year gonna be my year, right? And we give ourselves deadlines on a 365-day calendar when really we need to be thinking 90 days.
Exactly.
Like that's really how like a season is only 90 days.
Right.
right? A quarter is only 90 days. I know we even talked about that in our bringing in the new year episode about, making goals, quarterly goals. Um I feel like that goes the same thing for seasons though. Like having it in your head that, let's say you're not in the best season that you want to be in right now, but like have it in your head, okay, this is only 90 days. Give yourself 90 days to get through that season. Give yourself 90 days to process whatever it is that you're supposed to be processing at that time, whether it's a life lesson or whether it is I don't know, whatever it is. But if we look at what, the trials and tribulations are one thing, and then there are victories and our triumphs. Sometimes we get too caught up in the victories and the triumphs that we kind of get lackadaisical, or we kind of become relaxed and lose focus of other things because you're too comfortable. You can only sit in it for 90 days. Like, okay, I feel like when I be saying stuff, it comes off like I'm giving, um, what's the word? I don't know, but my opinion is just my opinion. I just feel though, like it just makes sense. If a season is only for a quarter, and whatever we're going through in that season should only last for that quarter. Like if we're celebrating a win, don't sit in it for too long because you take your eyes off the bigger focus, the bigger
Yeah.
prize. You take that time and you like enjoy that moment, be in that moment, and that's okay. But I don't know. I feel like let's not get too comfortable in that space where we stop grinding, we stop pushing.
Yeah. I most definitely agree with that. And I also think even though you give yourself that 3 months or whatever, that one season to do something, if it does not go to your way, I feel like it's okay to start over. It's okay to, like we did on last week episode, it's okay to learn from your mistakes. So even though you gave yourself that whole season to do it, but then something didn't go right, okay, now you have to, you know,
Realign, readjust,
right,
pivot.
exactly, new goals or whatever like that. And then with that new goal, there you have your next season to figure out. You might have an end goal that first season, but it didn't go to plan, but you still need to figure it out. Don't give up too soon, and game plan for your next season for the first goal you have to work correctly, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like I was all over the place with that, but it was like in my head one way, came out another way. But I know what I mean. Like, even though we're in the season, it's okay to start over, and it's best when you sit down with a game plan to start over and not just give up.
You know how you were saying, like, for you and your husband, like y'all sit down and it'd be tough at the end and the beginning of the year, right? I feel like that's the case for a lot of people because that's when everybody feel like they need to, like, okay, the end of the year rolls around and then everybody wants to reflect and they want to take tally of what they were able to accomplish all year. And then the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of the year comes around and they want to plan. But
Yeah.
it's like if we took that approach, like basically you take inventory every season and then you can actually, like, the end of the year, beginning of the year won't seem so stressful, right? Because you've done it 3 times before December 31st, January 1st. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You've wrapped up each season with um an inventory of what you guys were able to accomplish, and then that way, okay, we've done X, Y, and Z. It's easier to celebrate the smaller wins and then move on and game plan for the next win. And then before you know it, the whole year's gone by and you've got 9 wins under your belt towards a larger goal, opposed to just being like, dang, the whole year went by and I didn't reach this goal. You forget in that
Right.
when you look at it that way, you forget all the small wins you had along the way, and you kind of almost discourage yourself from making the next moves. It's almost like when you were a kid and you would save, right? You get your first dollar, and you like, I'm finna go to the candy store, right? But then, like, cause the first dollar sitting there by its lonesome, right? And you like, I mean,
Right.
I could just get a bag of chips. Okay, mind y'all, this back in the day when chips was 25 cents. I could just get a bag of chips and then now you done broke the dollar. Now you only got 3 quarters. And then before you know, you like, well, I could just use another quarter. And it's harder to save when it's like starting to, when you break it down, right? It's
Yeah.
harder to save when you um when you okay, I guess I'm losing myself here, but
It's just one of the days. Life be like.
is look life. But no, honestly, what I'm trying to say is it's easier to keep going when you see the result. If you save that $1 and then all of a sudden now you got $2, now you got $3, now you become a little more stingy. And you're like, no, I got $3. I'm not gonna spend it. I'm gonna get one more, I have four, or I'm only one away or two away from $5. And then you hold on to it because you see it growing. It's like when you see it start to deteriorate, then it loses its value. When that dollar turns into 75 cents, now you really don't care because now you're further away from your goal and it's easier to chip away at it, right? To chip away at, its value, right? And it's starting to depreciate in value. That's the point I'm trying to portray, but my mouth and my brain ain't working together today. I don't know what's going on. But yes. So I think it's easier that way when we look at it the whole year and we're breaking these goals down to more tangible short-term goals that feed into a larger goal at the end of the year, because now we're going to keep going because we were able to, you sit there and go through your quarterly inventory and you like, boom, I done knocked out 3 things. This season is a win. Move on to the next. You go through, knock out 2 more things. And it's like you're going through it, season by season. And by the end of the year, you're like, okay, I won, I'm up. I didn't hit the target, but I'm this much closer to it, opposed to just looking at it, oh, I didn't get it or I didn't get there. So.
And that's a good way to think about it too, is that I'm almost there, because I think that's where we sit down, we have our conversation, we have our goals and stuff like that. Is we don't think about, okay, like, well, we did this year, we did that this year, and then when y'all do taxes and y'all realize how much money y'all made that year, girl, it
made me mad because I'd be like, where did it go?
Where did it go? And then I actually be able to sit there and I'd be like, well, we did this, we did that, and be like, oh, okay, we did do something this year. But then you have stuff that comes up and you be like, okay, we need to game plan again, and it's giving us a setback because stuff's coming up. But the way that we sat back and we thought about our goals this year, we like, okay, now we're gonna put this to the side, so just in case something pop up, we still on track to our goals. So sometimes you need to sit back, think about it, and then look at it in a different light. Because, girl, it took time. It took time to get there. But once you realize, okay, I won't be as stressed anymore if I plan for stuff not to go my way. Because everybody knows everything don't go the way you want it to go. So it's just like, plan for it. And I don't mean like plan for your downfall. I mean plan just in case. And then if nothing happened, then you be like, oh, okay, well, I planned for it. Now I'm over where I need to be at. So I feel like at the end of the day, we do need to be prepared.
Yeah. But okay, so I mean that's seasons in one aspect, right? Mm-hmm. But then there's another aspect of seasons, right? When I thought about this topic, I was thinking, okay, where could we go with this? Because we could go a lot of different ways with this topic. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that part of it was an analytical way, right? Because before anything, I'm always an analytical, logical thinker, always. But then there's the other part that's kind of spiritual. And it's kind of emotional and mental and all these other things where it's like the season that you're in as far as your own personal growth, the season that you're in as far as, the scale, like the full scale of your life. Where are you? What season are you in? How are you growing yourself? How are you growing your mind? How are you feeling mentally? Like, so like when I was thinking about that, like, okay, and I think I kind of touched on it earlier when I said, the season that I'm in is like, the season of like being grateful. And I don't know, for some reason at the top of this year, I kept running into this term meek, and what it is to be meek. And if y'all know me, I'm not meek at all. And I don't know, I felt like, is that telling me something, right? Is that telling me the season that I need to be in? It because I'm very vocal and loud and sometimes obnoxious, but I'm always very vocal, and I'm like, y'all, girl, today I don't know what is going on. Literally, as I'm talking, the words are escaping my mind as I'm talking, and I don't even know what's what. But like I know what I'm trying to say, it's just not coming out of my mouth.
I'm laughing because it happened to me a couple times. So
I'm just sitting here like, what is up today? Like, what's up? What? Tell me something. What you trying to say to me? Lord goodness, what's up? You taking the words out of my mouth? I ain't supposed to be saying it. What's up? But in what I'm trying to say is, earlier in the year or towards the end of last year, I kept feeling like I need to be meek, and like I need to be soft spoken this year. I need to be like I don't know, like humble and soft spoken. And I don't know why I kept feeling like, why does this word meek keep coming up? Why am I'm steadily seeing this come across every different way, and I'm just like, what does that mean to me? Right. So that's why I started to, sit back and like, what does that mean to me? Like, I felt like I was very, I don't know. I was quick to tell somebody, I don't feel like doing that. Get somebody else to do it. Like,
right.
Or like, I don't know, or being like, just vocal in the aspect of giving my opinion on things that sometimes you don't need to give your opinion on.
Yeah.
And or too forthcoming when people would ask my opinion. I would just be completely blatant, transparent, and it may talk someone out of something. It's like, that wasn't my intent. You asked me my genuine opinion and I gave it, and now you don't want to do it, and now I feel different, so I don't know. But I don't know, this year I just felt like maybe this is my time to just really sit back and observe more.
Sit in it.
Yeah, like be humble and observant and not so boisterous, not so vocal, not so in your face. But I was like, so by doing that, am I like turning down who I am or what? Like, I didn't understand. I still don't understand, where that word came from or why it kept coming across. And I still don't know how to live through that, like be that. I don't know how to be meek. I'm not meek, but I don't know. Somewhere it's still like kind of tapping in, like, okay, like at what point you go get into that phase. So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, with that, I sent you a video, I want to say 2 days ago, when a girl was like, sometimes you need to sit in it. Like, sit in that moment, think about it, just sit in it. Because, and then also, while you sitting in it, you thinking about it. You thinking it all the way through. You're not on the tip of it, be like you said, like just saying what comes to your mind in that moment or whatever like that. You really sit in it, but like, okay, well, I'm a big what if girl. Sorry, I'm like, what if this happened? What if that happened?
Yep.
So sometimes I think I sit in it too long, but it's good to sit in it because then you can look at it different ways.
Yeah.
You
can actually digest what it is that you feeling, actually understand the emotional part of understanding your feelings to its entirety.
And if you don't understand it, break it down some. Like, why am I feeling this way? Okay, I feel this way because of this, but why do I feel that way because of that? And it just keep breaking it down to get to the root of it. And then you probably be looking back and be like, well, I'm glad I didn't say that.
Right, because in the moment, that wouldn't have been the right thing to say because it was unfitting to the situation in its entirety. No, yeah, I definitely feel that. Nah, that's definitely a good one. When you sent it to me, I was sitting there like, dang, that is like, for real, like just sit in it. Sit in the way that you feel sometimes without being quick to react.
It's hard. It's harder. Girl,
it definitely is harder to do than it is to say.
Exactly. Especially if you heat it. And
that's the part. If it's a high emotional moment. Yeah. Definitely. Look, I don't know. I told you what I was gonna do this episode. I told you I was be messing with my hair. I told you.
It looked real cute to me. You know, when we first got on here, I'm like, oh, I love your hair. I love it.
So over here, like, okay, it's gonna have to do. But yeah, girl, I don't know. I don't know. I really feel like I don't know. I feel like this past month has been very trying in different ways. Like just very, very trying in a lot of different ways when it comes to just juggling life in general. Because I think at the top of the year we all sit down and we create these plans, right? And we think that we're like, okay, we're breaking things down. This is how we got to do it. We're gonna do X, Y, and Z. Sometimes we put more on our plates than we need to.
Girl, if that's not the truth, that's why the whole thing with the podcast, dropping it down to 2 weekends instead of 4 weekends is so much. And then the kids growing up, they want to do more. It's be so much on our plate.
Yeah.
Want to add more to our plate without finishing the things that we already have on our plate.
Yes. Yes. We got half-eaten leftovers on the plate still while we still trying to add some more, y'all.
Trying to stack it up like it's Thanksgiving.
Right. No, we over here with these Thanksgiving feast plates. And Christmas then rolled around. Now we trying to have Christmas dinner on top of Thanksgiving. Because, man, no, for real, I feel like if we needed to revisit any episode, it would be Life Be Life. Because I feel like that's where we at right now. Like,
well, that could be our next episode, Life Be Life. Because I'm not even
part 2.
Right, because it always lifing in a different way.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. I can hold
Life be lifing in a different way. That should be the title. Life be lifing in a different way.
No, for real. Like, it's even like sitting here trying to stay on topic for this one. I'm like, okay, y'all don't even know. I was on here where I was ready to be like, girl, now we need to talk about some pop culture stuff. Because at first last week I was like, have you heard this Megan junk? She's like, I mean, I kind of did. I was like, we're gonna talk about that on Sunday. But I'm kind of glad we didn't go that route because it was a bunch of nonsense. And it was not it wasn't nothing worth giving no more internet attention to.
Yeah. I mean, we gonna do topics like that, but we'll talk about, girl, I be all over the place. Did you see on TikTok how that young lady, 21 years old, in college, she was walking down the street and this man asked for some hot tea. He was homeless. And she said, dang it, I don't have any, but if you want to walk with me, I'm gonna go to the store. We could stop by Starbucks and get you some. Girl, the whole day spent with him, got him a room, got his medicine, everything, and then raised up to like almost $400,000 for him and whatever. Like, she really, at the age of 21, girl, I'm sorry, that was just like,
no, that's something worth talking about. Definitely. Yes. Like, that's beautiful that she did something like that for somebody. Mm-hmm. Like, it's crazy that, like, I love when the internet comes together for something good. Mm-hmm. I love when people come together to do something that's wholesome, because the way folks be rallying for these celebrities about nothing, like, y'all do realize y'all can put that same energy into y'all communities, into these kids, into whoever, anything other than them. But now y'all want to get on here and talk about Krishan's face tattoo and like, I just be like, y'all, if it wasn't for the podcast, I probably wouldn't go on that little blue app no more, because y'all be on there on some nonsense for real.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, I feel like when you say it like that, and I was like, we're gonna do stuff like that. Like, when that top, like that, this man went from homeless one night to having more money than a lot of people that just walked past him. You know what I'm saying? So it in 2 days. She raised 2 days. So I was just like, at the age of 21, girl, blow me. Mm-hmm. Then I'm like, man, who you talking to? Like, she said, you want to walk with me? Treated him like he was human. I was like, oh, wow.
And that's beautiful. And I hope that something comes back to her tenfold, because y'all don't understand how many people don't. Like, how many people, like, y'all be breaking my heart. I did not realize how many people were homeless in Dallas. I think because, like, living in Waukegan, we would see the same few people on the same corners every couple of days, but then we see them people, like, I don't know, sometimes you will see them somewhere else, like, oh, they're not really homeless. Like, you kind of chalk it up to them being like scammers or something like that. But I don't know. or sometimes they're just hostile, right? But like I did not realize like here in Dallas, like I drive past some of the same people in the same spots. I see these people sleeping like like it's so sad. Like my sister said for Thanksgiving that they were gonna go they were making a whole big feast and it was just her and her girlfriend. And I'm like, y'all making all of this food? Like why y'all making all this food? And they were gonna go around Dallas and hand out plates on Thanksgiving. And I thought that was so beautiful. Like my sister has this whole plan of something that she wants to do. Like we talked about what we would do if we won a lottery.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister has such a big heart. She wanted to do something that would employ homeless people and give them a place to stay. Her business would be that, right? It would be something that would employ them and give them a place to stay.
Girl, that's a great idea.
You know, and I'm just like, if I had the funds, I would fund her for real because like that girl got a heart for real, for real. She got a really big heart. She really do.
I believe it. It was funny how you said it. It was like, my sister, like,
cause listen, all my siblings, all of y'all, cause it's a lot of y'all.
I thought about that yesterday. I had thought about from both sides.
I got 7 siblings with my mama and 7 siblings with my daddy.
Girl.
Hila.
Easy.
Yeah, this our life, girl.
Girl.
You just glared off into the sunset like, oh my gosh, you ain't lying.
Y'all just don't know. It just don't know. But back to these seasons, we both
right. Let's get back on topic to these seasons, cause boy, it can go that way real quick.
Yeah. I don't know. I think seasons, now that I'm at this age that I'm at, I feel like seasons is more important to me than it was back then.
Okay, tell me that. Tell me more about that.
Cause you think about back then, you didn't think about like you thought about like your plan that you want to do, like what you want to be when you grow up.
Right.
But in your 20s, it's basically is figuring everything out.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was one day at a time. Like right now, it's still one day at a time, but now
them days go quick.
That, like you said, the days go quick. Like I'm like, damn, I'm not even in my 20s no more. So it's just like I feel like I'm in my 20s, but then I really think like, girl, not well, but you in your 30s, ma'am.
I'm in my mid-30s, y'all. I'm in my mid-30s.
You're not in your mid-30s yet. You have one more year, then you'll be in your mid-30s.
So then I will be in the middle of my 30s, but there's 3 years in there that's the mid. And I'm in those 3 years, that's the mid.
Girl, I'll try to make it sound better.
No, it is what it is.
Yeah. But when you
at least I don't look like it. But look, especially not with my hair like this, no makeup. No, I definitely look like a kid.
But it like even in your 20s, you're trying to figure everything out.
Yep.
And then one thing that I'm not doing with my kids that I did when I was younger is moving out too soon. Like I had Kayla and it was like, okay, I need to jump out on my own because now I have a baby and now I'm grown. I feel like once I had my baby, that's when I felt grown because I had to, I had someone looking up to me. I had someone that I had to take care of. So I was like, okay, well, first thing I need to do is get my own place. Girl, my kids, they are staying at home. After college, staying at home. If they end up having a baby before college, guess what? The baby will be at home with me and they will still be going to college. I'm sorry. That's just, regardless, that if they want to go, no, they are going. Even if it's just like,
so you still trying to figure that part out. Look, you got some time. Even
if it's just like going for a skill or just online, they going to college. Because nowadays, girl, no matter what type of degree you have, nowadays they like, if you have a high degree, you overqualify. If you don't have no degree or you just have associate degree, they talking about you underqualified. So it's just a lot. But that's one thing when I had Kayla, it was like I was not planning for seasons. Shoot, I was not even planning for the whole year. Like I knew what I wanted to do, period. But it was not me setting up goals to get to where I wanted to be. Because if I was setting those goals up back then I would have been where I wanted to be now.
Yeah.
So that's why I mean by like in my early 20s and my 20s, I was not thinking about seasons. Shoot, I was not even thinking about the whole year. I was just thinking about the day.
Right.
Let's get through
What we
today.
gonna do this week? What we got? How getting through to the next week? Yep, I can agree with that. Definitely can agree with that. Um, yeah, I feel like these days, every single day means that much more because I feel like they're so much shorter.
Yeah.
Like I remember being a kid and feeling like summer was a whole year.
God, those summer days are going by fast.
Now it's like every year go by fast. Like we are in February. We just brought in the new year.
Mm-hmm.
And we in February already.
Girl, I was just telling Troy that this morning. When we on our way back from the grocery store, I was like, the school year going by so fast. And he was like, the year is going by fast. Like we just had New Year's. And
Yep.
we was in we in the second month already.
Yep. Like this is crazy.
Oh, fast.
I just got a headache thinking about that because I'm like, dang, that means Janelle's birthday next month. That means then that means this school year that's at the end of the year, Janelle's gonna be a junior. Janelle will be a junior. She only got 2 more years of high school before she try to leave me and go somewhere to college. I'm not ready for that season. I can tell you that. That's one season I'm not ready for. I wasn't even ready for the season of teenage parenting. I wasn't ready for that season. That's part of the reason Aiden here now because I'm like, I need my kids to need me. My girls don't be acting like they need me. They too dang on sufficient. To the point I just be like, can I please help? Please. So like right now I'm coming everybody here today. So I'm like, okay, y'all need me for something. That's all she really need me for is her beauty secrets. Help her with her hair, help her with her lashes, her nails, stuff like that. But if it ain't that type of, I'm lying, y'all. I do actually have a good relationship where I can sit and talk with my kids. So I got that part. But I feel like once they become a certain age, like, is she going to stop coming to talk to me? Like, that's the season I'm not ready for. When my kids really feel like they grown and got it and they don't need me. Like, for real, don't need me. Or, think that they don't need me. Because I feel like every girl goes through that, or every person goes through that point in their life when they're in their early 20s and they think they grown and they think they got it figured out.
Everything.
And then it's like no matter what the parents say, they just like, I got this, I got it. And then they realize like at the end of their 20s, like, hey mom, I ain't really got it. Can you help me? And then I feel like I went through that phase with my mom too. Like where I was just like, I'm on my own, I got this. I don't need da. I'm grown. But then I feel like as I got older, so many things in life made more sense from what my mom would tell me. I feel like that's when my relationship with my mom began to get to its best. Like I feel like my mom is my ride it out. That's my best friend now. Now I'm her mama. I feel like because I be calling her. You need to check in. Where you been? Who you think you is? But I feel like that's because all the stuff that she was telling me that I didn't understand quite yet. So I went to that point, that season, as a young adult where I thought I had it or I had it figured out. I thought I knew what I was talking about. And then you fall on your butt, fall on your face, fall a couple times. And then you realize, nah, my parents kind of had it. They kind of had a plan. They kind of knew what they was talking about. Then you want to circle back and be like, hey, Ma, you remember when you said da-da-da-da? Yeah, you was right. Now I understand. Or it'd be the funniest too, like, if I be calling her bugging out about these kids and she'd be like, that sounds familiar. And I'd be like, okay, I know. So what did you do? Tell me what to do. Her answer always is, Brittany, there's no rule book to this. There's no right or wrong answers. There's no guidebook to parenting. And I just be like, bro, I know, but can you please just tell me something? Anything.
Right. Yeah, I feel like the conversations that I have with the girls is they all got their own different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
They all, with Kayla, I feel like she's gonna tell me everything. Cause girl, when I say she be under me, she's my shadow. She's like, she be like, oh, if she could be on my hip right now, she would be. Kaylin, she's more standoffish. She like, maybe that's that middle child. She like try to keep to herself or whatever like that. I had to pull things out of her and stuff like that. And like, I make sure every day I ask them, how you feeling today? Like, what or whatever like that. And she just like nonchalant about it or whatever. Stephanie, I'm still trying to figure out because my baby Goofy, she got girl, she tell like
she gonna tell you more than you want to hear. I can tell you that right now. You gonna be like, Stephanie, no. Don't want to know that
That's
part.
exactly what she called, because she be doing that now. It'd be so funny because it'd just be like, she'll just come up and then like, I told them, it's okay if you don't, like if I give my kids everybody little nicknames like Honey Bun, Murchison Oaks, Stinkerfoot. I be calling them everything. So they be like, Mom, can you please don't call me Stinkerfoot? I don't like that. I'm like, well, excuse me. I could try, but that stuff would just be coming. It just be flowing.
You're gonna be stinker until I can't no more. I'm sorry.
Y'all just think about she's 7, so it's just crazy because I be like, girl, you still my Stinkerfoot, like you still my Buttercup, you still my Honey Bunches and Oaks. Like I be calling them all different kind of nicknames, like Baby Cakes, everything. So she like, Mom, you can call me Baby Cakes, but I don't like Stinkerfoot.
Yo, I know that. Look, I still call Janelle Boo.
That girl called Janelle Boo.
Yeah, I still call her Boo. I be calling Chloe Cody. I've been calling her Cody for a really long time. People are like, why do you call that little girl Cody? I don't know, but we call her Cody. Cody Bear.
That's cute, girl. Chubb be calling Caleb, like a little boy named Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
He be like, you my little son. You don't know it, but you my little son.
Yeah, like or Janelle. She got her own. Like people call her Nail now. So
Really?
I'm like, but I named you Janelle. But okay, no, that's what you want. So be it. No. It's like grinding gears. Like that's not your name, but okay, fine.
I guess I get there because everybody know my nigga name is Kilo. But like when I say like my like social media and like everybody call me Keela, even in the workplace. Don't call me my real name. Don't call me by my government name. Call me Keela. And both of my parents be like, but that's not your name. I'm like, I like my name, but people call me Shaquila and I'm like, I don't like correcting people. So
right.
we call me Keela. And it's simple. And it's like, it's a lot of people named Keela. And finding out it's a lot of people named Shaquila too.
Yeah.
I was like, I had went to Starbucks. I know this off topic, but it was just shocking to me because I didn't know there was a lot of people named Shaquila. I went to Starbucks and this girl, her name was Shaquila, but she spelled it with an I. And I almost grabbed her coffee, and I'm like, oh wait, no, we had almost the same drink and everything. Girl, it was.
You're like, who are you? Where have you been, girl? No, that's definitely shocking, especially when you have a unique name. Like I remember being in school as a kid. Like my middle name is a unique name. When I was in elementary school, everybody had names like Shaquila and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want to have a unique name. My name Brittany. You know, and I was just like, I felt like I was so like different. I'm like, I want to be different, but there's like 6 Britneys in this classroom. I don't want to be Brittany. So I was like, I wonder if I like should just tell people to call me by my middle name. Girl, I'm so glad I didn't, because now as an adult, I'm like, please do not. I don't even say my middle name.
I'm curious. What is it?
Nope. Girl, and you think I'm going to say it on this live? Girl, go somewhere.
I'll tell you mine.
I know yours.
I think everybody know mine.
Girl, no, look, I'll tell you offline. I got you.
Okay.
But I definitely like, I don't know, even now, like as an adult, I don't even go by Brit really. I used to go by B. And I didn't even tell people to call me B. I don't even know how I got people. My stepkids started calling me B, but then I feel like before all of my social handles were B Gates. Everybody would call me B Gates for a really long time. Everybody called me B Gates. And then I was no longer Gates.
Oh.
So then I'm just B everywhere. So yeah.
Girl, I be calling Kaylin, girl. I be calling her by her middle name, Marie. I call her Marie all the time. And then like her grandma called her Lynn. Her name's Kaylin, so she called her Lynn. All because she was saying her name wrong. So she was like, and then she also was like, well, Kayla and Kaylin, they names so similar. I'm just gonna call her Lynn. I'm like, okay.
How do you say Kaylin wrong?
Kate Lynn, not Kaylin. Kate Lynn. She ain't the only one that called her Kate.
I mean, because there is a Caitlin as a name, so I get it.
Yeah. I'm like, no, it's Caitlin. Caitlin is more prettier. It's like flowed nicely. Caitlin. It's like
the fact that you said Kate, you putting I can feel the spit coming through the phone. And how are you turning that to?
Like, I feel like it's so hard. That's why I didn't name her that, because it was so hard. Like Caitlin, and I'm like, no, Kaylin. So I don't know. Her name is so pretty to me. I'm sorry, y'all, but that's so pretty.
Kaylin, pretty name.
Yeah.
I definitely thought you was gonna keep the K's going, and then you named Stephanie after her grandma, and I'm like, that was really nice. That was really pretty.
Her name was gonna be Layla.
Layla.
Yep. Her middle name is Layla because it was gonna be. She wanted her name to start with an L, so it was gonna be Layla. It was gonna be Kayla, Layla, and Kaylin. It was still gonna mix in there. It was not gonna be a K, but that's a different story for a different day.
Oh, you know what? I had to stop and think about it. Like, oh, the K wasn't for Keela.
I'm not liking you right now.
Listen, in my head in that moment, I was thinking the K's was with the K. Listen, like your name ain't even Keela. Your name is Shaquila. So why do I think you named the kids K's after you? I'm gonna just drink my apple juice.
You see me over here just sipping my water. Like...
Girl, listen, I told you my brain ain't braining today. I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, oh, but clearly that has been in my brain for how old is Kayla? Girl, I don't know. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Anyway.
Seasons though. You know these seasons. Girl, listen. Oh my goodness. You want to know what season I do love though? I don't even know if you can call this a season. You can't even call it a season, but I really love like mothering.
Oh yeah, that's life.
It's not a season, but I'm glad that I'm a mother. Like I was just talking about that, like with the kids on the ride home today. I was like, I said I have the best kids in the world, and I really love being y'all mom. Janelle gonna say, I love being a kid. I was like, what? She was like, I mean, I love being somebody's kid. I said, what? It's just getting worse. Mom, I mean, I love being your kid. Like, nah, bruh. Nah.
But sit in it and think about it.
Sit in it. I got you. I need to start sitting a little bit more. Okay.
Because look, she not rushing to grow up. She's in high school. A lot of high school kids, like, I'm in high school. I ain't no kid no more. Look, I'm gonna be grown. When I get out of high school, I'm moving out. Da, da, da. But no, she's telling you she loves being a kid. She's not ready for them bills. She's not ready to go.
Oh, she makes that very evident every time she can. Like, I do not want to pay no bills. I just want to get a job, but I don't want to pay no bills. I'm like, and I keep telling her, like, stop trying to rush to get a job. Girl, you don't need no job right now. Like, you need to, like, be an athlete, because trust me, if you have practice and then you get out of practice and then you got to go to work, you ain't gonna feel like doing all of that. So enjoy being a kid while you can be a kid, you know?
Yeah. And then especially if she has the opportunity to, especially because she has something that she's doing. She's doing something with her time. And then, like, you have a mother that'll give you everything. Like, don't stop rushing it. Stop rushing it.
Maybe I need to stop giving everything.
Girl, if you don't want her to go get no 9 to 5, well, not no 9 to 5, but part-time, girl, keep doing what you do, boy. Keep doing what you doing.
Girl, I love it. Like I love I think it was like the millennials who really love like instant gratification. And that's why like we enjoy shopping in the malls. We enjoy going to the stores because we like to, if you're gonna take my money right now, I get the product right now. I still enjoy that, right? I would prefer that over online shopping because I'd be like, how was it that like I feel like when I'm looking at it, it's 29.99. I am committed to this 29.99. I'm ready to give you this money and get this product. And then I go to checkout and all of a sudden it's $57. And I don't understand what happened. You
Yeah.
know?
And then on top of that, you have to wait to receive
And now I gotta wait to get it. And by the time I get it, I'll be like, I don't even want this no more. Like, I say that to say
that you love, and you love being a parent. Girl, I love being a parent. And you know what? I heard this, like, I didn't have to, like, I heard this on, y'all, TikTok again. Let me just not sugarcoat on TikTok, where everybody was saying the people that, you know, like around our ages, that a lot of people was getting dropped off at their grandma's house. So now we always have our kids. Like, I don't know. I feel like, what I'm trying to say, now you got me doing what you're doing.
Sorry, girl. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry. I'm rubbing off.
But they were saying like our parents' age is a lot of people that was all their kids was always with the grandma, and then the parents was just doing them. And I feel like us, we at the age that we are now, we love on our. We're not saying that the parents didn't love on their kids, but we loving on them. We want them there. I might feel like when my girls go out to Illinois for the summertime, I be feeling like, girl, I be on the phone with my kids every day. Girl, like we just home girls, just like, yeah, girl, what you do today? You get what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know how I feel about my kids. I'm like, I can't go too long without my kids.
Yeah, I feel that because my kids is my friends. I mean, not to say like they my friends, like I have inappropriate conversation with them, but like I enjoy their company and they enjoy mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like we be baking. I feel like I do stuff with them that my grandma did with me. Like we in here baking cookies and cakes and pies and all of that, having conversations. But like my mom did do those things too. You know what I mean? It's just yeah, when my mom was younger, my mom had to go out and work and we had to go with our grandparents, right? But then like, as I got older and like at one point my dad worked a lot, so then my mom like was a stay-at-home mom for some years.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was able to experience things that like it was so normal for me when my friends were like, wait, your mom, I'd be like, oh, I gotta go home for lunch in the middle of the summer. Or I can't come out until we have breakfast, you know. And my friends were like, your mom cooking y'all breakfast and lunch and dinner? And I'm like, yeah, yours don't. Like those are things I just thought were normal. Everybody household, they mama make cooking breakfast, cooking lunch and dinner. You know, and they like, nah, like my mom might be home to cook dinner when she get off from work, but maybe not. Like those are things that were like I was grateful for. Or even like I used to complain about the fact that I had curfew or that I had to come home. You know,
same thing.
But I'm grateful that my mom did those things to me because I mean, I look at some of those kids I hung out with and where they are today whose parents didn't put that type of energy into it. So I'm grateful for that. You know, I'm definitely grateful for how, you know, my mom poured a lot into us. Like it was a lot of us and she did.
Right. Yeah. I was like the same thing with my mom. She was a stay-at-home mom for a long period of time. And it was the same thing like you said. And now I see myself, like you said, baking with the girls or, you know, movie nights and stuff like that. But I feel like I find myself going farther. But that's also because back then we was always outside until the street lights come on.
Yeah.
The kids now, they like to stay in the house. That girl,
why not have no street lights come on? I wish I would. If I can't see you, we got a problem. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm lying a little bit because Chloe has a friend that lives a few houses down.
Mm-hmm.
She'll go over there or they'll walk to the park. But we're basically in a gated community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like if we were still living in North Chicago, no.
Girl, I'm sorry. My face is then like
It would not even be a question. No, you can't go over nobody's house. No, you can't go walk around with your friends. Like, I know that they're not leaving our subdivision. Like, I could literally hop in the car, drive to the edge of the gate, and I'm gonna run into some of them, one of
Yeah.
them, or their friends. I was just talking about this earlier today. Like, Janelle's friends be texting me. I'm like, why is it that all of your friends be like, why everybody got my number? Why everybody got my number? But I'm grateful for it though. Like,
Yeah.
I am comfortable. I'm comfortable knowing that, like, I have contact with my kid. If I need to contact any of her friends, I have their contact. I have their parents' contact information. Like, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like we are doing it right as parents this time. Like we saw all the effort that our moms had to put in, like our parents had to put in, and we saw how hard it was for them, and we're just doing everything we can do to make it easier for ourselves and our kids now, based
Yeah.
on what we witnessed. We didn't look at how they did things and be like, oh well, it worked for them, it can work for us, and just follow that same footprint, follow that same footstep. We were like, okay, how can we make that same model better?
Exactly. And I feel like that's the thing. I always trying to figure out what I can do better. Not saying what they did was wrong or bad or anything like that. I was
Right.
grateful with everything. But I also want to be like, okay, I want to do just a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they grow up and they have kids, I want them to do more than what I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Yes.
exactly. So it's just like we're just trying to grow as a culture. We're trying to grow as parents, and we also want to let our kids know that it's okay to come to us about anything. It's okay to talk to us. Like I be just sitting here talking to Kayla, like, girl, what happened today at school? But then I make sure I say, because kids be like, oh, it was good. I make sure I be like, anything out the norm happened today, something that don't happen every day. Like I try to have conversations or try to build conversation with them, not just leaving it at the basic.
Yeah.
I want them to, like I said, every morning on our way to school, the girls be like, I'm beautiful, I'm strong, I can do anything I put my mind to. And then also I be like, how you feeling? Like, oh, I'm tired, I don't feel like going to school. Why? You like ask questions, deep,
Mm-hmm.
go deeper in the conversation with them to let them know that you being heard.
Yeah.
Even if you don't want to talk like that, I'm gonna let you know that I'm here regardless. And then sometimes they be like, "Mom, I don't feel like talking." Okay, we will revisit this conversation, and we're gonna go into this conversation a little deeper when you're ready. Because I'm not gonna try to feel like you have to tell me or I have to pull it out you. I want you to be comfortable enough to do it till it gets to the point that it's a no brainer. Like, why I'm feeling this way today. Let me go talk to my mom.
Yeah. Yeah, girl. And I feel like I can always sense when my kids are in the mood. So like I'll go and I'll be like sit with them like, hey, so how's it going? And they'll, try to brush off. Oh, I'm okay. Anything happen? No. You in the mood? No. You not in the mood? No. So why you acting like this? I'm not acting like nothing.
Girls being girls.
Mm-hmm. I gotta figure out a way, like when they say that, to leave them alone. Cause I'd be like, no, we finna. What's wrong? No, who did it? Who I need to beat up? Who I need to cuss out? What I need to do? What's wrong?
Be all in that grill, like, girl. I be doing that to Kaylin because I feel like I have to pour, like, I don't know, like it'd be hard for me to pour everything out of her. It's like she wants to keep to herself, and I be like, no, baby, no, boo, we're not doing that. You're our love. Let me love on you more. Like I don't know. She feel like that middle child syndrome. Like she's like in the middle. So it's just like, no, baby, you're love regardless. I don't care what was going on. So let me
You
just
know, at first I felt like that a lot with Chloe, because I would be like, Janelle always in my face, Aiden always in my face, and Chloe just be like, I gotta go look for her. Like I was looking through my phone the other day, and I'm like, why I got? It's like a million pictures, because Janelle takes my phone, and she'll have a whole photo shoot with my phone, and she'll be taking pictures of her and Aiden, or her, mainly just her. And then Chloe just, what it is that middle child, they enjoy their peace.
yeah.
Because the older one and the younger one are too hectic within themselves. right? And that middle child really enjoys the independence, the self-sufficiency, and a peace.
Yeah.
Like I feel like when she
Girl,
needs,
I need some love too.
but like I tell her every single day, like, you are so beautiful, you are so pretty. I'm like, did your friends be telling you be pretty? No, mom. Girl, they hating. No, mom. Okay, well, girl,
Girl, I
somebody
do that all the
told you
time.
today. I'm telling you, because girl, you cute. I be telling her you so smart. She got all A's. Like Chloe is such Chloe is that girl surprises me every single day. Like literally surprises me with so many things. Just when I think she's like the greatest, she shows me she's even greater. Like I love that girl. I love all my kids. But like I
Yeah.
feel like the middle ones you gotta give a little extra to.
Extra love. Yeah.
But she
Like
don't like public affection. And that be the thing that I just be like, why I always gotta love on you in private? Like if we out mom, no. Like the only time I can really love on her is when she in my room. Even if she in her room and I come up in there, mom, get out. Why I gotta get out? Why I gotta get out? Like
I be having to tell Kaylin, I be like, when I tell them all this, I make sure I call them pretty, but I make sure I like, you are so pretty, you are so smart, and I be like, you are so talented. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. But Kaylin is that. Y'all, let me tell y'all, because I be girl, because she do a lot. So she paint, she draws, she just got into sewing. Girl, she got some clay, like the scope and everything like that. Girl, she's doing all that. Like her mind, the way that her mind is so like it's mind blowing. Like she tried dibble and devils and everything. It's just mind blowing. I'm like, girl, you my child. Like I see you. She want to do her own business and everything like that. I see it, girl. So I just be like, yeah. Kayla, I feel like she's gonna be playing the game. I be begging her to do a sports. She ain't going. She said she'll do track, but
I've been begging Chloe to do a sport. She said she might do cheer.
girl, Kayla ain't doing that. She said I asked her. She said no, my mom not doing that. So I named a whole bunch of different sports. She said no, and I said track. She said she'll do track, but they don't have track in her middle school, so we have to wait till high school for her to do that.
Mm. Just come to Dallas. Come to Forney. Come up here. She
Girl,
could,
I be wanting to. I be thinking about it, but my husband shut that down real quick. He's like, girl, I just got he like promotions and stuff like that in his job. He got like different roles in his job, stuff like that. He was like, I don't see myself driving for a long time. I mean, like, for a long time. So I have to build in the company. So when I get to that point, I don't have to drive as much. I'm like, oh, okay. I want to go to Dallas, y'all. I want to go. Yeah, because Texas, Houston, y'all, I don't like. I mean, I like Houston, but it's a lot. It's a lot in Houston. It having too much going on.
I don't know. I'd be seeing a lot of people from home going to Houston.
I don't see them.
Good. Well, the city too big to see him. The city's too big to see him. But I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing some of them coming to Dallas too. But Dallas also big. There's certain parts I be noticing they going and I ain't. Because Dallas is actually Dallas Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
So you have two major cities that are next to each other. Fort Worth and Dallas are literally like right here on the map. So they basically the same.
Yeah, I see a lot of people going to Houston. If they're not going to Houston, they going to Springs, and like you said, they real close to each other. So you know, but still, even if you next door to me, I'm not. Girl, I'm just that type of person. I don't even my neighbors, I say hi or whatever like that, but I'm not the friendly person. Like I'm friendly, but it's just like, hey, and keep it moving. Jill
Mm-hmm.
be like, hey, how are you? And sit there and have conversations. I'm not that person.
Yeah. Girl,
So
I don't even know my neighbor. So here, I used to do like every holiday, even when we lived back home, I would buy the neighbor on each side of us like I would get a Christmas card and either get them like some Christmas chocolates or a Christmas plant or something. And I tried to do that here. I don't talk to these folks enough. Ain't nobody open up their damn door. They thought I was selling the damn chocolates. And I'm like, if I was just trying to give you some chocolates and say Merry Holidays or whatever. But whatever. No, I did. It was a neighbor like right next door. Yeah, I was gonna give chocolates to the neighbor behind me because we share a fence. and my
Mhm.
dog be putting his head in their yard. And then the neighbors on the side of me, because they next door, but we have a corner lot, so ain't nobody on the other side of us. Then the neighbor in front of me, because my groceries stay getting delivered to their house, and we be talking when I go get my groceries from out their yard. Because for some reason, the corner where our house is, we're on this street, right, that goes this way, and our number is the same number for the house that's on the across the street, and their house faces the other street that goes this way. So they are, the same number on that street, and we're the number on this street. So when they be doing deliveries, they don't pay attention to the street name. So yeah, could you imagine going to get $300 worth of groceries from across the street? So yeah. But anywho's, we did not talk about seasons like we should have. We spent maybe 15 or 20 minutes on that topic. But it's okay, because clearly we're going through a season right now, right? We're in the season of trying to manage life and all of its beautiful twists and turns.
And taking some food off the plate. That's what we should
Right.
take some food off the plate so we can do better and be better.
Yeah, absolutely what she said. I do appreciate those of you who did join us this week. Although we were a little bit all over the place. We talked about seasons, we talked about kids, but ain't that us every week? I feel like that's us every week.
It's called a group chat for a reason. You don't stay on the same topic the whole group chat.
We had our introductory topic, and then we just kind of unfolded into a bunch of others. So for those of you who've been here, thank you for joining us for this episode 3 of season 2. But we're really, really glad that you're here. This kicks off our new cadence, so we will not be here next week, but we'll be here the week after that. So thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you all. So tune in 2 weeks for the next episode of Girl, Let's Talk About It.